Hello and welcome to another episode with the Autistic Angler. So today, me and Jamie are going back to Selsey to see if we can get anything there. We're going to get there about an hour after low tide. So, I'll see you down there. So here we go then. So that's The Windmill by Bun Leisure. And that sign is nice. So we managed to get close to the groin. And there's Jamie. Right, on my first rig I'm using plastic booms, but not the ones that I make. They're the white ones with a little round bit on the end, and I've got longer snood. And I'm using size 1 J hooks because it will be better to put the worms on instead of the chinoos. But I forgot to offset them. And as you can see, I wasn't going out very far. And I did tip it with some squid. So on the second rod, I forgot to say on the first one, I've still got that 65 braid all the way through. I keep forgetting that I was changing to mono, but it hasn't given me any reason to change it yet. So right, on this rod, as you can see, I've got mono, and that's going to a tapered shock leader to a little swivel on the end. So I was using my water wolf. What's it called? Water wolf. So I was just getting it out. Come on, where are you? There you are. And look at me here, just trying to make sure it's turned on. Is it? Well, obviously I thought it was, but you'll find out at the end. Yeah. So I'm just putting the top on, making sure I didn't catch the two O-rings. I'm going to change the weight as well, because the first one is 9 grams. So I'm going to put the heavier one, which is 15 grams, and hope it goes onto the bottom. But as you'll see in a minute, I can't decide which way to have it. Because the problem I had with my very first ever camera, which was Go Fish, when it was on the bottom, without thinking about it too much, I kept dragging it through the sand. And obviously, the lens cover got scratched by the sand. So this time, I was thinking, yeah, what am I going to do this time? Anyway, I'm having trouble with this clip. But these are the clips I like using. I can't remember what these damn things are called. But they're closed clips instead of open clips. And that's another topic anyway. So, with the kit, it does give you a float. So you can put a float up the line and suspend it a bit. But that's basically for, there's the float. That's basically for a carp lake or something similar. Because in that scenario, you haven't got a weight on the bottom. So you're just floating it. But then you could put a weight down on the bottom, but it wouldn't be very heavy. So I'm just thinking, what am I going to do then? Because I can't float it around here. So what I do in the end, I just do it like you would normally. So I clip it on the line and I attach my hook on the bottom. And I'm just hoping, beyond hope, that it will actually get to the bottom, and then we might see what the bottom looks like. And yes, I was sort of hoping and praying that I might see me actually get a hound on it, because Selsey is meant to be good for hounds, and they've turned up in the Solent. So I thought, especially as I had a bite on a crab last time I was down there, that I'd try to see if we could see any hounds. And try is the operative word. So here's me talking to myself. And yeah, the reason why I'm doing a talk over now is because the wind was surprisingly bad. And the first, all this lot, it was unusable. So you've got to put up with me talking. So I'll just get my knickers in a twist here in a little bit, because I've forgotten to lift the bottom cup up, and the handles are clashing and everything. So just asking Jamie to hold that one, and you can see the camera there, and I've got the longer weight on, so you can see that little white bit. That's the longer weight sticking up. So we raise it up, and then Jamie can go and put his worm on. And you know, thinking about it after the event, I still think I might do this. If I can get down there one day with the drone, it might be worth chucking it out with the drone, just as it is now, but obviously with a bait on. And instead of hoping it actually sticks to the bottom, trolling it back very, very gently. There's some crabs that I just picked up from the harbour on the morning of this session. And they're all, it's a mixture of a couple of leathery, softy types and a load of hardbacks. But they've worked for me in the past. I'll just show you. I pull a leg off. I put the hook in the leg socket, but then unbeknownst to me, the other leg comes off as well. So on this one, I can't, normally I tie the shank to that leg or legs that are there, but I can't do it because all the legs have popped off there. It's just come off. So that one's actually going to go out, not tied on with any elastic, but I'll stick a little one on the end to try and stop the whole thing falling off. But I suspect, mind you, you can't see it come off from the cast, but I suspect the little one comes off because I don't hold that on with anything either. And when I bring it back, the little one's gone. But that one was, it was quite a soft, squidgy little one. So I should have really bound that on, because that would have taken some juices out. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because the hounds have come in for me on hardbacks before. So it was worth a try. So that's the length of the snood, and I'm just going to tie it on and chuck it out. Now, what you don't get to see here, and what I've omitted to show on the next clip, is that due to the tide pull here, as soon as I cast it out, it gently swung round and came on the beach. So that is the problem. I'll alleviate that later, as you'll see, but then by sticking a a grip weight underneath it, I can't get the distance. So this is a problem. Right, so I'm just about to cast that out, and you'll see, especially with the camera, I'm not going to hoik it, because I'm just going to do some tentative casts with it, because this is my new camera and I don't want to risk breaking it, especially as I'm on this 12-pound, is it 12-pound main line, I think? Yeah, I'm very aware of that now, which I never was with the old cameras. But here we go, let's see this lump fly out. So it went out okay. I don't know when it went out 40 or 50 yards. So if there was anything around, we should have got it. So I've had to change my setup. So on the long rod, I put the 5-ounce weight on, because on here, because it was rolling in on the beach, I've turned it upside down and I've put a 3-ounce weight underneath. So that's 6 ounce altogether. And I've got a crab suspended above it. And I've tied that on a log jack hook. Okay, that cast all right. And it's gripping. Moved out the beach a bit. I've had a bite, and that's it so far. So before it gets dark, I've chucked the camera out with a boom rig underneath it with a 5-ounce weight, so it didn't go too far out. And I put a fresh black on the bottom and a rag on the top. So at this moment in time, I've just got worm baits out on both hooks, on both rods. I'm hoping I'm getting some good underwater shots, but I don't know how clear it is out there. The wind seems to be dropping a little bit. Let's hope so anyway. Right. So on the long rod, I've now casting out a pulley pedal with a nice bit of rainbow trout on it. Right, well we've got the camera back, so that's consolation. I think it's time for a whole squid. So we've now got whole squid on the short rod and rainbow trout on the long rod. Moved up the beach again, and it's 2 hours to high tide now. The other chap that turned up, he's chucked out a whole joey, and on the other rod he's got some crab. So he said he's looking for an early tope or an early hound. Feeling pretty pessimistic at the moment. Right, so the only rig I haven't used, I'm using now. Pompey loop rig. Getting desperate for a bloody fish, aren't we?
Yeah, nothing like coming out and watching motionless tips.
Yeah. Well, in the water.
Yep, where you need to be.
I was hoping to get some underwater shot. I was just thinking that rainbow trout has been out there quite a long while. I better check it. Well, I'll say that a big crab to hell. So talking about crabs, I'll chuck one out. See how far I can get this one. Right, update. Still no bites for any of us, and I've now got a crab on the longer rod, and on the shorter rod it's still got a Pompey rig on, 2-hook one, and I've just chucked out mackerel, squid wrap on both of them. Right, so that's high tide. And that one bite that I had earlier is still the only signs of anything. So we'll leave within the hour now.